The ocean, it is the lifeblood of our planet. It provides us with oxygen. It regulates our climate. It is home to countless species. What would happen if it were all to vanish? Imagine a world without the vibrant coral reefs. Picture the ocean silent, devoid of the songs of whales. This is the stark reality we face if all marine life were to disappear. The ocean's intricate web of life is vital. From microscopic plankton to the largest whales, each creature plays a role. This delicate balance maintains the health of the ocean and, in turn, the health of our planet. The disappearance of even one species can have ripple effects. Imagine the consequences if they all vanished. The impact would be immediate and devastating. Coastal communities that rely on fishing would face ruin. Millions would lose their livelihoods overnight. Food security would be jeopardized on a global scale. The ocean, once a source of sustenance, would become a vast, empty abyss. This is not just an environmental crisis, it is a humanitarian crisis, it is a global crisis. The disappearance of marine life would be a catastrophe unlike any we have ever seen. And it would have profound implications for the future of humanity. The disappearance of marine life would immediately impact our food supply. Billions of people rely on seafood as a source of protein. Fish is a staple in diets around the world, particularly in coastal communities and developing nations. Without it, we face a global food shortage of unprecedented scale. The loss of marine plants would be equally devastating. Seaweed, algae, and other marine plants are important sources of nutrition. They're also used in a variety of products, from food additives to cosmetics. Their disappearance would have far-reaching economic and social consequences. The most immediate impact would be felt by those who depend directly on the ocean for their livelihoods. Fishermen, fish vendors, and their families would face immediate hardship. Entire communities would be devastated. The ripple effects would soon be felt across the globe. Food prices would skyrocket, leading to widespread hunger and malnutrition. The disappearance of marine life would be a humanitarian disaster. It would disproportionately impact the most vulnerable among us. Those who are already struggling with poverty and food insecurity would bear the brunt of this catastrophe. The ocean is a complex ecosystem. The disappearance of marine life would trigger a catastrophic chain reaction. The effects would be felt throughout the food web and beyond. One of the most immediate consequences would be the proliferation of dead zones. Without fish and other marine animals to consume algae and plankton, these organisms would grow unchecked. This overgrowth, known as an algal bloom, would deplete the water of oxygen, creating vast areas where marine life cannot survive. These dead zones are already a growing problem in many parts of the world. The disappearance of marine life would accelerate their growth, turning our oceans into lifeless deserts. The decomposition of dead marine life would further exacerbate the problem. This process consumes oxygen and releases harmful gases like hydrogen sulfide into the water, making the ocean environment even more toxic. The once vibrant ecosystems that support a diversity of life would collapse, leaving behind a desolate and inhospitable wasteland. The consequences of this ecological disaster would extend far beyond the ocean. The toxic gases released from the decaying organic matter would pollute the air, posing serious risks to human health. The collapse of marine ecosystems would disrupt the delicate balance of our planet, leading to unpredictable and potentially catastrophic consequences. The disappearance of marine life would send shockwaves through the global economy. The fishing industry, a multi-billion-dollar industry employing millions worldwide, would collapse overnight. The loss of jobs and revenue would be catastrophic, leading to economic hardship on a global scale. The impact would not be limited to the fishing industry. Many other sectors rely on marine resources. Tourism, pharmaceuticals, and cosmetics are just a few examples. The loss of these resources would have a domino effect, leading to widespread economic decline. International trade, heavily reliant on the transportation of goods by sea, would face unprecedented disruption. With the collapse of the fishing industry and the uncertainty surrounding other marine-dependent sectors, global trade would grind to a halt. The economic fallout would be deeply intertwined with social unrest. Mass unemployment, food shortages, and economic hardship would fuel social and political instability across the globe. The disappearance of marine life would not just impact our environment, it would unravel the fabric of our globalized world. The ocean plays a critical role in regulating our planet's climate. It absorbs vast amounts of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, helping to mitigate the effects of climate change. The disappearance of marine life would have dire consequences for our climate. Marine organisms, particularly phytoplankton, are vital to the ocean's carbon cycle. They absorb carbon dioxide through photosynthesis, releasing oxygen back into the atmosphere. Without them, the ocean's ability to absorb carbon dioxide would be significantly reduced, leading to a more rapid accumulation of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. The decomposition of dead marine life would further exacerbate the problem, releasing massive amounts of methane and other greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. This would accelerate global warming, leading to more extreme weather events, rising sea levels, and other devastating consequences. The disappearance of marine life would be a tipping point for our planet, pushing us past the point of no return. The consequences would be irreversible, leading to a cascade of environmental disasters that would reshape our world. The disappearance of all ocean life is a bleak scenario. It paints a picture of a world struggling for survival. The immediate impact on food security, economies, and the climate would be catastrophic. But what about long-term survival? The loss of the ocean's oxygen production would be a significant challenge. Marine plants, especially phytoplankton, are responsible for a substantial portion of the oxygen we breathe. Their disappearance would lead to a decline in atmospheric oxygen levels, making it difficult for humans and other land animals to survive. The increase in atmospheric carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases would create a hostile environment. Extreme temperatures, severe weather events, and rising sea levels would displace populations and disrupt agriculture, leading to widespread famine and resource scarcity. The collapse of marine ecosystems would also eliminate a vital source of potential medicines and biotechnologies. The ocean is a treasure trove of biodiversity, containing countless species with unique properties that could hold the key to new medicines and scientific advancements. Their loss would hinder our ability to combat diseases and develop sustainable solutions for the future. Humanity's survival would depend on our ability to adapt to a drastically different planet. We would need to develop alternative food sources, find ways to produce oxygen, and mitigate the impacts of climate change. It would be a fight for survival, a testament to human resilience in the face of an unprecedented global crisis. The disappearance of all ocean life is a stark reminder of our planet's fragility. It is a call to action. We must act now to protect our oceans and the life they support. The time for complacency is over. We need to reduce our reliance on fossil fuels and transition to cleaner sources of energy. This will help to mitigate the impacts of climate change and reduce the stress on marine ecosystems. We must also address the issue of pollution, both on land and at sea. From reducing plastic waste to controlling agricultural runoff, we need to stop the flow of pollutants into our oceans. Protecting marine habitats is crucial. Establishing marine protected areas and implementing sustainable fishing practices will allow marine ecosystems to recover and thrive. Education and awareness are paramount. We need to educate ourselves and future generations about the importance of ocean conservation and inspire action. The future of our oceans, and indeed our planet, depends on the choices we make today. We can choose to ignore the warning signs and continue down a path of destruction, or we can choose to act, to protect our oceans and ensure a healthy and vibrant planet for generations to come. The choice is ours.